Hi, so this is our final vlog for the course, and for this vlog, we read the book Pregnant Butch. This is the second graphic novel I have read. The first one was called Funhouse. It was a year ago, and I really enjoyed this book. It was hilarious, it was relevant, and I really liked the aspect of just like there's so much going on in each page, and instead of like looking into text, you can look into pictures and expressions and kind of like see what the author was seeing. So I really enjoy graphic novels, and I really enjoyed this one. And I want to start out looking at a panel on page 12, and I'll probably refer to a few other panels on this page too. Here's a quick look of it, just so we know what it looks like and what's going on in these panels. Um, so first off, the first panel on page 12, it's a picture of like her coach and then her. And up in the corner it says, I was closeted gay teen and coach was my worst nightmare. If anyone looks like, and then it's a speech bubble and it says, if anybody says I look like her, I will self-immolate. So, and this is what the coach looks like here. So obviously that was probably like the only like butch lesbian that like she's seen at the time. And like when you're a teenager, like not like a lot of people are closeted and like don't come out, I feel like. So you kind of have like a stereotypical idea in your mind of like what a certain person is supposed to look like and act like. And like this is what she thought of like her coach. And even here, like you can just tell like her eyes, like the coach's eyes are like very lazy and like she's very like out of it. And it just says like, damn, I could use a Coke. And she has a huge like belly on her and just like not the image that she was looking for at all. And then it goes on to talk about in these panels that it talks about the relationship of Butch to Ugly. So like right here in like Coach Liddell's case, like Teaker um related the words ugly and butch, and obviously probably a lot of other people in her high school did as well, because that was like the only like probably one of the only butch lesbians they were exposed to. And like when those words pop into your head, that's just like obviously that's what like she was thinking of. And here on this panel on page 12 right here, when she's just standing there right there, it just says Coach Liddell was ugly and butch. And is like really emphasized on that. And I think that it's like bolded and everything. So like I think that's meant to say like they're two totally different concepts. And like even here, it's just showing a stereotype because like she's glugging her coke, her belly's out, and on the back there's a sign that says like softball is coming, are you ready? And I relate to this just because like in high school, like it was a big joke. Like it was always like lesbians play softball and like lesbians play basketball, and it was just like that was just the stereotype that everyone generalized with. And then I really like the line where Teak says she wasn't ugly because she was butch, which again, along with the how the and was bolded and emphasized, the because is bolded and emphasized. Like Teak's really trying to make a point here. And I like the speech bubble that says, I couldn't have made this distinction in high school. Because I feel like, especially when you're that young, your like points of view and like how you're thinking are just very limited, especially in her case. Like she was a closeted gay teen because like she knew that like especially at that time, like times are different, but you still get so much ridicule for coming out, and like no one wants to do that when like there's so much like especially in high school where there's so much bullying and just like people always look at stereotypes and they don't like see you as a person, but they see you as a stereotype. So I think that's how like even she knew that she could not make that distinction in high school. And to conclude the few panels on page 12 I was talking about, I just want to say that like Teak's experience as well as many others is that in high school like people, like I said before, they just stereotype things, and you become so concerned with what people think of you and so concerned about wanting to fit a good stereotype that you don't know how to stand up for yourself and become who you are. And that's true in life in general as well. But I feel like, especially when you're that young and vulnerable, especially in Teak's case, like she couldn't stand up to people and like show who she really was like she could when she was older. It's just that was it was an age that she was going through, and that it's I feel like even though we're not going through the same things, it's something that a lot of us can relate to on that level.